Ethiopia, one of the oldest countries in the world, and yes, it's been around long before your favorite group chat was created. Often called the cradle of humanity, this is where ancient history isn't just remembered, it's practically still hanging out. Ethiopia is a landlocked country in the Horn of Africa, East Africa, think Central Highlands meets dramatic landscapes. It's bordered by Eritrea to the north, Djibouti and Somalia to the east, Kenya to the south, then South Sudan and Sudan to the west. Known for its high central plateau and the famous Great Rift Valley, basically nature showing off a bit. Ethiopia's story kicks off way back around c. 980 BC with early civilizations like the Kingdom of DMT, followed by the powerful Aksumite Empire from the 1st to 10th century AD, which adopted Christianity in the 4th century and became a major trade hub. Then in 1270, Emperor Yakuno Amlak overthrew the Zagwe dynasty and founded the Solomonic dynasty, claiming descent from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, bold claim, very royal energy. Fast forward, Emperor Tewodros II from 1855 to 1868 begins modern state formation, and Menelik II from 1889 to 1913 continues expansion and modernization, famously defeating Italy at Odwa in 1896. From the early Aksumite trade powerhouse, 1st to 10th century, to medieval rule under the Zagwe dynasty from 1137 to 1270, Ethiopia evolved through major dynasties. The Solomonic Empire lasted from 1270 to 1974, with emperors like Haile Selassie ruling from 1930 to 1974, modernizing the country while briefly facing Italian occupation from 1935 to 1941. Ethiopia joined the UN after World War II and even included Eritrea in a federation in 1952. In 1974, the monarchy fell to the Derg military regime, which ruled until 1991. A new federal system began in 1995, Eritrea became independent in 1993, and recent history includes reforms under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed from 2018, a Nobel Peace Prize in 2019, and internal conflict beginning in 2020. Ethiopia's history is basically empire, resilience, reinvention, repeat, with impressive consistency and very little patience for being conquered. In Ethiopia, power hasn't always been firmly on the throne. For centuries, regional nobles, military leaders, and religious figures often decided who ruled, especially during the Zemin Mesefint when powerful Ras controlled the system behind the emperor. Even in modern times, political and military groups like the Tigray People's Liberation Front have played a major role in shaping leadership behind the scenes. Ethiopia's leadership story starts with its legendary imperial roots linked to Menelik I, then moves through very different chapters, from the Derg military period under Mengistu Haile Mariam to today's federal system, where Atski Selassie serves as president alongside a prime minister-led government. In short, the system has changed a lot, but governance has never really taken a break. Different systems, same ongoing story of leadership evolution. Now let's talk education, where Ethiopia builds its future one lecture at a time. First is Addis Ababa University, the heavyweight champion of Ethiopian universities. Oldest, biggest, and basically the academic headquarters. Next is Jimma University, known for research and community-based learning. It's education that actually goes outside the classroom. Then there is University of Gonda, especially strong in health sciences. Basically where future doctors come to level up. Ethiopia's universities are shaping minds, solving problems, and occasionally surviving exam season, like everywhere else on earth. Ethiopia doesn't just have history, it has headline makers. We start with Tewodros II, the emperor who tried to modernize and unify the country. Think a historical reformer with serious ambition. Next is Abebe Bikila, Olympic marathon legend who won gold, barefoot. Yes, barefoot. No excuses ever again. There is also Malatu Astatke, the father of Ethio jazz. Basically the guy who made cool sound even cooler. Next is Bethlehem Desi, young tech innovator making waves in AI and coding. Proof that genius has no age limit. And finally, we have Queen of Sheba, Makeda. Legendary queen with a legacy so big it's still being talked about thousands of years later. From emperors to athletes to tech pioneers, Ethiopia's history is basically a highlight reel. If Ethiopia had a calendar app, it would just say Upati, reflect, feast, repeat. We have Timkat, Epiphany, a water-filled celebration of baptism with colorful processions. Basically a spiritual parade with extra splash. Next is Mescal, finding of the true cross. Huge bonfires, chanting, and gatherings at Mescal Square. It's part history, part fire show, all energy. Then there is Enkutitash, Ethiopian New Year. New Year, fresh flowers, new outfits, and songs everywhere. It's giving fresh start vibes but with better music. And last but not the least is Ledet, Ethiopian Christmas. After a long fast, comes early morning church and serious feasting. Basically, spiritual reset followed by food celebration. In Ethiopia, festivals aren't just dates, they're full-blown experiences with meaning, music, and a lot of joy. Ethiopian food, where your plate is also your plate, and your fork is your bread. Yes, things get creative here. First up, injera. This spongy, slightly tiny flatbread made from teff. It's basically the VIP of the table, it is the plate, the utensil, and honestly, half the meal. Next, doro wat. A spicy chicken stew so rich and flavorful it probably has its own fan club. Comes with eggs that are basically soaking in all the drama. Then we've got kitfo, minced raw beef mixed with spicy butter. It's bold. It's intense. It's definitely not asking for your opinion. Shiro Wat is the vegetarian hero here, chickpea stew that proves you don't need meat to bring serious flavor energy. And tips, sautéed meat with onions, garlic, and spices. Think of it as the let's just keep it simple but delicious dish. So yeah, Ethiopian cuisine doesn't do boring. It does bold, shared, and slightly messy, in the best way possible. Ethiopian craftsmanship is everywhere in daily life, from handwoven shama and netila textiles to colorful basketry used for serving meals, detailed wooden crosses and religious carvings, traditional pottery like the famous Jebina coffee pot, leatherwork, jewelry, and ancient religious manuscript paintings that look like history on wood and parchment. Ethiopia runs on its own 13-month calendar that is several years behind the rest of the world, so yes, New Year might feel like a time travel situation. And in 1960, Abebe Bikila shocked the world by winning the Olympic marathon in Rome barefoot. No shoes, no problem. Time works differently here, and so does winning gold medals. Ethiopia is deeply plugged into the world, hosting the African Union in Addis Ababa and strengthening ties through trade and investment in sectors like telecoms, energy, and infrastructure. Countries like China, India, the US, and France are key partners, while millions in the diaspora send back support that keeps the economy moving. It also plays an active role in regional security and diplomacy, so it's not just connected, it's strategically everywhere. Ethiopia's global reach is built on diplomacy, money flow, and serious international partnerships. Today, Ethiopia blends deep-rooted traditions with a fast-growing modern identity. From its influence in African politics to its globally loved coffee culture, seriously, your morning cup owes Ethiopia a thank you, it continues to shape both the continent and the world. So, whether it's ancient kingdoms or espresso shots, Ethiopia proves one thing, staying relevant for thousands of years is kind of its thing. If you love this journey, don't forget to like and subscribe, because the soul of Africa has so much more to reveal.